Okay, after a brief interruption, as will happen with two small children who need a lot of attention. Let me check my blending, because I don't think I really finished that before I wandered off to help him, so let's do a little bit of that. I will figure out how to edit this shit together to some degree. I'm gonna try to leave out the whole, like, hands reaching up to turn the video off or whatever. It doesn't really matter. God, like, I have to worry about being professional? No. Not even close. Okay. So, what's really important is you get, like, around your eyes. I don't even know if I've talked about this already. It doesn't matter. I may end up just deleting, or not deleting, like, just uploading each of these really shitty little videos up instead of trying to edit it into one longer one. Just because, honestly, who fucking cares? I've got, like, God, like 4 people on Facebook who actually are paying attention to this whole experience, and a couple other places who will come to the Facebook but can't interact. So, like, it's like maybe a handful of people. I don't even think it matters if this even looks good. Like, I'll care about making it look better later when people actually care about who I am and didn't care before I did this. Blah, blah, blah. Let's do some contouring. This is all in. It looks even-ish. Let's take a look in the mirror instead of the camera. Looking okay. Cool. Alright. Next we could do some contour. I'm bad at this, but I'm getting better. So if I fuck it up, I'm probably going to wipe it off and make a new video and act like it was the first time I did it. We'll see. Maybe not. Maybe I'll actually need to see, like, just how much effort goes into trying to make it look right when you're as much of a noob as I am. I've got my bronzer, got my little wedgie thing. It was clean. I was going to use a clean one. I don't know where my bag of clean ones went. The kids just love to get into my shit because they're kids. So I'm just going to use one that I used earlier today for my, like, rehearsal video because, you know, it's fucking nerve-wracking for me. Ooh, speaking of, let's get back. Don't judge me. Judge me, I don't fucking care. Judge me, I got a pretty face and it's only gonna get prettier. Judge me, bitch. Alright. So let's put some lines on our face. I like to do it like, whatever this thing is, I don't know what it is, a little pokey thing that sticks out in the front of your ear. I like to do my contour. It's different for everyone. Everyone's bone structure is different. Everyone's face is different. But for me, I have found that what works is like this little fucking thing, whatever it's called, all the way down to about here, like below the middle of my eye, kind of triangulated from like my nose and my mouth corner to like right here. And it's not like a straight line because I've got, you know, a actual bone there from my skull. So I try to kind of work with that. Again, I don't do makeup. I don't know what words I'm supposed to be using. We're going to draw a line and it's going to happen. Didn't really show up. Let's make it a little darker. Ooh, I'm always afraid of overdoing it, and really I have to stop being afraid of that because the thing about drag is there's a lot of bright lights, whether you're doing it on stage, which would be ideal someday, maybe someday, or even if you're doing it on camera, you need bright lights to show your audience what you're doing. That looks pretty good. Now we're going to do the other side. And so I've been super worried of overdoing it because I'm afraid it's not going to look realistic. The whole point is not look realistic. I mean, yeah, it's fun to gender bend, and I will usually try to successfully and convincingly gender bend before adding glam, but because I don't want to waste time or effort or whatever, or basically just because I have an actual audience of some degree, I'm going to just kind of breeze through it and go straight to glam. Why not? Alright, so it looks, in the camera even, it looks kind of even. It's not perfect. Nobody's face is perfect. And that's something I'm learning is, yes, good drag or artistic, perfect, symmetrical drag is great. It's beautiful. There's some people who are super talented in it. But the fact is, no face is perfect. No face is symmetrical. I'm as a self-conscious perfectionist type person, trying to remember to like allow the reality that some faces are asymmetrical, even ones you draw on. The end. Whatever. It's not gonna be perfect. It's a face, just like any other. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that looks nice and dark and noticeable. Next thing I like to do is add a little bit of a hairline. It's obviously not the same color. It's more of like a guide for later, whether I like to do like colorful beard, which I'm going to do today, or if I want to make it more natural and match my hair color, it's kind of like a guideline. So we're going to get that in there. Sorry, I'm looking at the camera again because I want to make sure y'all are seeing it the way I'm seeing it, or at least something close. Because, like, for me, in this mirror, with this brightly lit, this very brightly lit mirror, it's coming across a different way than what's coming across in the camera, and that's something that I tend to run into a lot, is I will do my look in the mirror, and then I'll look in the camera and be like, that's not what I wanted it to look like, because lenses, you know, the lens in the camera is different than the lens in your eye, and for scientific reasons that are above my head, it's different, so I'm going to be going, like, up and down, just making sure y'all are seeing what I'm seeing, or at least something similar enough that I can be proud enough to upload it on the internet. Okay, so got my cheeks. They look okay. Actually pretty good for a first try. This is a real first try. I did not edit this because I don't know how, and I didn't start over or wash my face off because God, I did it right the first time. Isn't that great? That's awesome. Well, it's a little crooked, but in the mirror, not the camera. Fuck it. Good enough. Cool. Now, the next thing I like to do is do my jaw. I try to do things in order of how good I am at them, starting with the things I am the worst at. Because I don't have a lot of material, I don't make a lot of money. When I make money, I spend it on stupid shit. So just in general, I don't have a lot of money. So I try to be as...
Thanks, Mommy. Love you.
Love you too, baby. I try to be as, like, wise with my usage as possible, so I start with the shit I'm bad at first, so that if I have to wipe it off, I have less to redo later. So right now, working on a jawline. Personally, I want to add, like, the illusion that I have a larger, more sticky, outy jaw than I do. I feel, personally, and gosh, what I'm learning through videos and art that I'm mimicking to some degree, is that a more masculine look includes like a stronger jaw, like a more angular skull shape almost. We all have it, it's just like with feminine faces, they tend to be a little more round and you don't see that bone structure as well. And so what I am trying to do, I am hoping to someday get real good at it, is create the illusion that my jaw and my jawline in general just kind of sticks out more than it actually does. It's okay. I mean, it'll look better with some color. We're just working with bronzer. Like, literally, all I've put on my face so far is this shit that is something between concealer and foundation or something else. I don't know. And this bronzer. This one lonely little bronzer. So, there's a lot of shit that goes into this. Okay, so I've got my jawline kind of lined out. Sometimes just for fun, I like to add a little bit, like right here, like a little tiny triangle right here, because if I get it just right, like if I can shade it just right, which I may not do right away, but if I can shade it just right, it makes this cool little illusion that like my chin is stronger than it is, which is nice and like cartoony manly, which is really what I want to go for. I mean, a lot of drag. When you're doing like natural and not like creatures, I'm a noob, I'm learning, but what I'm learning is that for like more man, less creature or animal or fictional kind of character of non-realistic design, is there's this nice little cartoon thing about adding a bigger chin, bigger jaw, bigger like eyebrows. We'll get to that later. Lots of accentuating features, and that's what I think I like about drag, is you're taking things that actually exist in the masculine world but making it bigger, more elaborate, more noticeable, almost like poking fun while acknowledging the reality. So I'm adding a little tiny bit of a cleft chin. It doesn't look bad in the camera. Get my jaw. I'm getting a little self-conscious. I know I'm getting ahead of myself. I do that a lot. Anyway, so I got basic shape of my jawline and my cheeks in there. Cool. We'll worry about highlight and adding more detail later. This is just the parts that I'm shitty at. So when I get good at this, I'll probably do it in a different order. So the next thing I'm really bad at is eyebrows. So I do that next. I have this little eyebrow pen. It's brown like my hair. It makes it a little easier. I will be making blue eyebrows tonight, but the brown helps make it look real. Like, what I want personally is to look like a real dude who glammed up, not like a girl who did masculine glamming. And that's just me. Every artist is different. I'd love to call myself an artist one day, but like right now I'm getting there. So the next thing we're gonna do is do some eyebrow work. I take this pen and I'm gonna get real close. I like to do this thing. I'm gonna be looking in the mirror. I like to do this thing with my eyebrows, especially with the character I'm doing tonight. He's kind of like a fucked up ringleader kind of look. I've got a suit and a wig coming for him. It's gonna be so awesome when I finally get there. But let's work on, we're just doing the face. I like to have his eyebrows kind of like bushy and pointy, kind of, because he's kind of like devilish looking. I want to give him like a